Republican leadership on Capitol Hill reportedly advised lawmakers to stop hosting these in-person town halls. But Congressman Edwards said he wanted people to hear from him, and he also wanted to hear from the people of the 11th District.
Fox County's Kennedi Harris was at tonight's town hall. She brings us more details from this fiery event in Asheville.
Fiery was an understatement. The crowd tossed questions at Congressman Edwards, and overwhelmingly, they disagreed with his takes, and they made sure he heard it.
We found a $47 million grant for improving learning outcomes in Asia.
The room at AB Tech at capacity with hundreds more outside. Many upset by what's happening in Washington. Congressman Chuck Edwards taking the heat for an hour and a half.
Would you allow me to answer the questions? And if you don't like the answer, that's okay.
Edwards opened by saying residents needed to be heard. Western North Carolina has been through a lot, and he wanted the chance to discuss his stance on decisions coming from the Trump administration.
I appreciate that while there might be some degree of uncomfortability with this, change often makes people uncomfortable. And we're at a point right now that we require some change.
The auditorium held 300 people, only allowing District 11 residents. Q&A led to discussions on VA cuts, the war on Ukraine, Social Security, DOGE, and federal layoffs.
It's not the way I remember the country. You know, I'm not a young guy, but I've never seen anything like this before. And I remember the 60s.
We have to speak out. We cannot sit back and let this happen without speaking our concerns and fighting for our very country, which we feel is being torn apart.
Though the crowd at times overwhelmingly rowdy,
the non-elected person running our government.
Edwards maintained his support for the president and his policies, including a move to abolish the Department of Education. Very few of his answers pleased constituents.
Yeah.
Despite the overwhelming opposition to Edwards' views, residents were thankful he agreed to do this town hall and take the heat. From Asheville, Kennedi Harris, Fox Carolina News.
And even